Hello and welcome, and thank you again for joining us on Marty Bucko. And as you know, we've been in St Ives, Cornwall, on holiday, and we went down the Guildhall because we found out that there was a little fair, little market going on, and Jane loves that, and I love it as well. And to be honest, it was a
Yeah.
really good day. We spent a lot. It was some great stuff, and we got into conversation with Steve. Steve, are you a local guy? Do you live here?
I've lived here for about 4 years now.
About 4 years.
Yeah. So,
And where are you originally from?
well, we moved here from High Wycombe, like I say, about 4 years ago, just to try and live more of a, just to try and get a little bit of time back because we were kind of in the rat race, you know.
Yeah,
As you do, you get involved, don't you, in earning money and, you know.
And you picked the right place to chill out.
Well, yeah, it's a nice chill out place. Yeah, but
And,
we are, however, moving back soon just because we're away from family, we miss family and stuff.
Yeah.
Been a strange few years, isn't it?
Yeah.
But,
And so we got talking with Steve. Do you make all these things yourself? Steve?
yeah, so the stuff I make's out of, it's like pallet wood. So I'll get all the
So-
old pallets,
Beautiful.
put them to use.
Yeah. That's fantastic. And this one's got bits of driftwood on
Yeah,
it.
that one is, yeah. That's got shells from the beach.
Yeah,
And
so
bits
we'll
of
hold them
driftwood
on.
them.
And if you can you get a close up of that, Jane? If anyone wants, just give him a quick plug. He's kind enough to come on and speak. Yeah,
Beautiful things, yeah.
you got that?
Yeah.
And so, as we were talking about and buying these things and chatting with Steve, it came up about cash and how things are going cashless. And the more Steve spoke, the more I realised he's more than likely a truth dot who is opposed to everything that's going on with the government narratives for the last 2 years. And lo and behold, that turned out to be, I think.
Yeah, I had to shake your hand, didn't I?
Yeah,
At
yeah.
one point, you sort of mentioned a few, because I had a sign on my stall saying, please pay with cash. And you mentioned that, it's a good thing, obviously, because it's all linked to our freedom, you know, you said, didn't you?
Yeah, that's
And
it.
I was like, oh, yeah. So I had to shake your hand. I was like, yeah.
And so, as it went on, and we left with the things, I thought to myself, well, come back asking for a quick interview, because you're living here in Cornwall for the time being. You've been here a few years, and when all this kicked off, what was your first thoughts, Steve?
Well, I've been crazy for a few years, quite a while.
Yeah.
Like some of my family members would probably say, a bit crazy.
In what sense?
Conspiratorial. you
Okay,
know.
so you had some interest in that things were not always as they appeared.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think we always get the truth from media and government and stuff. So, yeah, I've been switched on to that for quite a few years. So when all this recent stuff started, I was instantly like a little bit dubious
Yeah.
about the official narrative, what was going on. So yeah, just I don't know. I just wasn't accepting of the official story, as with so many things.
And have any of your close family woken up to it all, or do they follow the narrative still?
Yeah, I mean, my missus is a bit more switched on now. She questions things a bit more than she used to. I just think most people are starting to question a little bit more, aren't they? I'd like to think they are,
Yeah.
because as things progress, and ultimately, they want to get rid of cash, as we know.
Yeah.
You know, because then they can keep track and trace every transaction, and it is an infringement on your freedom, isn't it?
That's it.
If everything's tracked and traced, then
How did you find living in a more, I guess, rural sort of area? Cornwall is not densely populated like the Midlands. Did you did you meet many people like-minded as yourself that thought, hang on, there's something here, this is...
yeah, there's a few people about, you know, people that are growing their own food and starting to think, you know, this with the whole narrative that's gone on in the last couple of years. People are starting to grow their own food and make plans for the future, because we don't know what the future is. We know it's becoming more and more oppressive. You can see it tiptoeing, as David Icke would say,
Yeah.
the totalitarian tiptoe towards towards the ultimate goal. And
And
yeah, so I think people are making preparation. People are doing what they can. I mean, I hear in some places it's illegal, or it's creeping towards a point where it's going to be illegal to collect rainwater. It might even be in some places, like, I don't know, or even to grow your own food and stuff like that. And it's like, we don't want to live in a world like that,
it's
do we?
control. It's all gone control, isn't it? They want to control every part of our lives.
Yeah, they do. Yeah, they do.
And
That's
the
goal,
longer
yeah.
this went on for, the more we became emotionally troubled, isn't it? And concerned of where this was going once you had the various variants. And then even the old monkey thing that's going on. Cases, one thing and another. It becomes very, very disturbing. Anything else you want to share with the viewers? Feelings, thoughts, encouragement, interesting stories?
Just in terms of like the spiritual side of things, perhaps we're being taught some kind of lesson. I think being on Earth, whatever Earth is, I don't pretend to know what kind of a Earth it is that we live on. But it's just, for me, it feels like a classroom, and we're being taught various lessons along the way. And it's kind of, can you keep your head? Can you do the right thing? Be nice, be kind to people. And whilst all this is being thrown at us, there's a lot of evil about. There's a lot of poverty and sadness like in the world. But can you do the right thing whilst you're being taught all these lessons along the way? Neil Kramer is someone I follow really. I don't know if you know Neil Kramer, but I've got a lot of respect for him, and he talks so much sense. But he says we're in a classroom. This is a classroom Earth, he calls it. And you're being taught various lessons, and it's how you react and how you deal with it, and you try and grow spiritually. So, for me, it's all a lesson, and it's something to try and learn from.
Do you have? How do you view this ending from your understanding? Because if there is, and we believe there is this evil cabal, this group of very powerful, wealthy, bloodline families who have seemed to move in now and are bringing in the New World Order, it appears. How do we stop this in a good way?
Yeah, well, they talk about, I don't know how you feel about manifestation, but you kind of, if we talk about it a lot and we're sad about it and scared, and we've got to try and find the positives, like I say about being taught a lesson. It's almost like you've got to react. We have to react. So we need to manifest first in our thoughts and in our minds the world we want to see, and just speak like we're talking now.
Yeah.
Talk about it with random people on the streets, and you'll bump into people like we did today.
Yeah. Because we want the best for the
yeah.
human rights. We want people to not be oppressed and controlled and manipulated like George Orwell's 1984. We can't suffer this.
Yeah, well, maybe that's all been put there for us to make sure it doesn't happen.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know.
Do you feel you're learning some of these lessons?
I'm trying. It's difficult, isn't it? It's difficult.
There's
times.
a lot of things
the
that
last
test
2 or
us,
3 years. Yeah,
big tests.
That's been difficult. But,
so, really great speaking with you, Steve. Thanks for coming on.
Yeah, and yourself.
And sharing.
Yeah. Nice to meet you all.
And we'll leave it there then. So, be seeing you.
Cheers.